Everyone, and welcome to another session of Reflections Kitchen. I've been out for my work today and I'm just coming back. Of course, as usual, I'm going to do my green smoothie. But today on Reflections, we are going to be going back to Otty's Cocina, Otito's kitchen, and she's going to teach us how to make peppered snails, or the French word for it is escargots. In some cultures, it is a delicacy. In other places, they just think it's nasty. But I think it's delicious. My children don't particularly like it, but their wives love it. So different people, different strokes. And snails are delicious, especially when you prepare them right. If they are not done well enough, they can be really tough to eat. And if you cook them for too long, it becomes plasticky and it tastes nasty. However, if you cook it right, you get the right consistency. It's nice. It's you bite on it. It gives you that crunchy. Well, not crunchy, but you can it gives you that. It just tastes nice. So today we are going to be going over to Otito's kitchen. Like I said to you, she's a real chef. She's not like me. I'm just a woman in the kitchen who loves to cook. Otito is a real chef. You can see her in her chef hat and apron and all that good stuff. Mine is grandmother style. Okay then, you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Stay tuned as we go over to Otito's kitchen, and make sure you listen to her real good and enjoy making the peppered snails. See you again next week on Reflections Kitchen, and please share. Like us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and help us to go places. And if you have a good recipe and you can send us a nice video of yourself in the kitchen, please go ahead and do that. I would like to go around the world and just pick out some delicacies from various parts of the world. So today, it's peppered snails. The French call it escargots. It's a delicacy, and you'll enjoy being in the kitchen with Otito. You have a wonderful, blessed weekend, and I'll go ahead and finish up with my green smoothie. And it's Fumi Obilano Reflections.
Hello. It's me again, Otty from Otty's Cocina. So this past few weeks I've been experimenting with peppers. I come from a region of the world where we eat a lot of what I call peppers, or spicy, stuff. And around me I have a lot of Hispanic stores, and I see all these, exotic named peppers, and I'm wondering, how do you use this? So I started playing around with them. And so today I'm going to go back home, but with using different ingredients. I'm going to be making a dish that is very, very popular to Nigeria. It's called Moimoi, or depending on what part of Nigeria you're from, some people might call it Moimoi, right? So this dish is typically made with beans. It's essentially a bean pudding. But today I'm not going to be using beans at all. That's why I'm smiling. Today's dish is going to be highly protein packed, because I'm going to be using quinoa, and I'm going to be using sardines or tuna, and combining that with something else that is really ubiquitous to my country, something that we eat, a protein that is good for you, very low in fat and carbohydrates, and that is snails. So you might wonder, where would I get snails from? I actually found them at Walmart, of all places. Can you believe I found like a canned version? The French also eat it. It's called Escargot, and you can find it in the can. So if you see, you're going to be needing, for this dish, you're going to be needing already cooked quinoa. You can also use quinoa flour. I've tried to use quinoa flour before, and it works, but I much prefer the taste of freshly cooked quinoa. So that's what I'm using today. So essentially, you're going to blend up the quinoa, and I use just a little bit, about a quarter of a long hot pepper to give it this reddish looking color. And then the only thing we're going to be adding now is going to be the sardines and a little bit of this salsa that I made called, I used the manzano pepper. So the manzano peppers are like the apple peppers. So I'm going to add just about 2 teaspoonfuls just to give it a sweet taste. And I'll be adding about half a teaspoon of green herbs. The green herbs comes from the sauce that I made the other day for the green rice. Again, this is just to give it some flavor. And then I would add my fish. So this is what I mean by it's a really protein-packed dish. And in this case, you can use sardines or tuna, everything canned, right? And these are the snails that I'm using, the Roland's version of escargot, very large snails. So this is 1 pack already rinsed and drained. So now if you just add your sardines with the oil, add everything. Oh, this is gonna be so good. And then mix it all up. You can add more oil if you want, but typically the oil from the sardines is much more than enough for me. So you mix it all up, and then I put it in these little stainless steel containers, and I steam them for about 20 minutes, and you're done. Okay. So once this is steaming, I'm just going to quickly stir fry the escargots using the long hot pepper. Remember I told you I've been playing with peppers. This is quite a spicy dish, and this is how we have it in my country. We call it spicy pepper snails. This is by no means close to the size that we generally eat in my country. We eat the, you know, the humongous land snails, but this will do for me. I use it often. It serves the purpose. So this is the quinoa, these are the snails, and very quick, it steams in about 20 minutes. The other thing too is that this is not going to be your best presentation, right, because I'm getting it right from the steamer into the plates, and so this is what it looks like. But if it had solidified, then I could scoop it out and give it, like, you know, this nice dome-shaped presentation. But for today, you're going to have to take my word for it and believe that this is going to solidify and we'll set it up. Okay? But this is what it looks like. So much protein, right? You can make, you know, your pudding using quinoa, or you can stick with beans like we do in my country, and either way you get, you know, a lot of protein. Remember, I put sardines in here as well, and light olive oil, and then you have your snails or your escargot. So from my kitchen to yours, it's bon appetit.